My daughter bought me this gorgeous twig wreath when we went to Chatsworth, but it doesn't fit with the garland I had in mind for Christmas. This was kind of what I had in mind, but restyled. And of course this twig arch I made at the end of the summer would need to go. But now I'm thinking these twigs will match my wreath perfectly if I use it carefully. So stick with me for the next few minutes and I'll show you how I make my mismatched garland and wreath blend together perfectly in a beautiful, unique way. Right, I've split the freestanding arch down the middle. I've pushed it right back against the door and I'm securing it onto these hooks on the wall. I'm just layering a few garlands on here now, winding them around just to get the basic shape. The next stage is to make these twigs match the wreath, so I am painting them with varnish. It's a fast drying silk varnish to make them shiny like the wreath. While the varnish is wet, I'm just adding some pale gold glitter and I'm just literally adding it with my fingers. I'm absolutely thrilled with how these have turned out, and so I'm going to do lots more. So let's take another look at the wreath and see what I need to change next. Right, I need to replicate these glittery stars. So I'm going to draw around one of these, transfer the paper design to card, and away we go. I'm doing the larger stars first. Once I've got the first one, it's just easy to draw around that one and use that as the template. The centres that are cut out, of course, become the smaller stars. And we just need to attach some wire to each one. Right, I'll show you the small star first. Make a hole in the centre of the small star. Put some florist wire through that hole. Fold it over at the back and squeeze it tight, either with pliers or with the scissors. Then add paper tape to the back to hold it. And it's exactly the same principle with the big star. Then the next stage, we paint these stars with the varnish and just sprinkle the glitter on and leave them to dry. Then I'm just attaching them together in sprays of 3. Now it's just a case of wiring these onto the branches in areas which will give the most impact. So far so good. The stars are starting to tie it all in together. I just need a few more. You might have noticed a few pine cones. In addition to the stars, you see there's pine cones on here. So I have started adding groups of 3 pine cones. These were £8 from Amazon for 100. Right, I've just wired the pine cones into sprays of 3 and I'm just going to place them now around the garland door frame. But I've got this gorgeous decoration here with pine cones and bells I bought from Chatsworth, and I want to match that in now. I want to put it into the centre of the garland, match it into the wreath. So I've got these little bells I've added to matching ribbon, and I'm also putting some of these bells into the garland around the door. So you can see it's all coming together nicely. I've taken the wreath off the door because I want to add this velvet burgundy bow now and suspend these bells from the bow. Right, I'm making this into 2 separate bows because I want one sitting above the heart wreath and one inside it, kind of hanging down below. So I'm going to have to make it as 2 separate bows, and I'll suspend the bells from the lower bow. Now I did try making this as one complete bow, but because of the way I want it to lie, it was pushing the wreath out from the door. So the best way is to leave a tiny gap whereby I tie the ribbon onto each bow but leave a little gap in the middle. Okay, this just needs the lights on the wreath now. And I'm just going to tweak the arch a bit more. We need some more garlands on there to fill it out. Right, I'm really pleased with how this has turned out. The extra garlands at the sides and the top has filled it out nicely, but without obscuring any of the twigs or the extra little features. That matching the garland with the wreath. And here it is in all its gorgeous twinkling festive glory. I absolutely love the way the light twinkles on the little stars that match in with the wreath, and how the twigs in the garland sparkle and add a magical glow, again to match in with the wreath. So I hope it's shown you how you can use two beautiful items that are contrasting and make them blend together for Christmas. See you soon.